There are moments in life when everything seems to crumble around you, when every door appears closed, every hope dimmed, and every path forward obscured by darkness. Yet, I tell you today, those moments are not the end of your story. They are the very stage upon which God is preparing to launch you into a great turnaround. Yes, the trials, the setbacks, the heartaches, they are not punishments, they are preparations. God is not absent in your struggle. God is present, orchestrating every detail, every challenge, every delay, so that you may emerge stronger, wiser, and victorious. Do not despise the days of trial, for they are the days of divine preparation. Your breakthrough is not just a possibility, it is a promise. And that promise comes from God, who has never failed, who never will fail, and who is never limited by the circumstances of your life. Many of you have walked through seasons of despair, believing that your situation will never change, thinking that the weight of your burdens will crush you forever. But let me remind you of the power of God's unseen hand. What you cannot see is already moving, already arranging, already preparing the path for your great turnaround. God sees what you do not see. God knows what you do not know. And God, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, is preparing a moment of reversal, a time when the impossible will become possible, and your life will testify to His glory. Do you know why God allows delays? It is not to frustrate you, nor to punish you. It is to prepare you. He is preparing your heart, your mind, your character, your very soul to handle what He is about to give. There are blessings, promotions, and elevations in your life that cannot be received in your current state. God is molding you, refining you, and strengthening you so that when the moment comes, you will not stumble, you will not falter, but you will rise in full readiness to embrace the life He has destined for you. Every great turnaround begins in a place of struggle. Every powerful shift begins in the quiet work of preparation. Do not despise the process, for in your moments of loneliness, in the hours of waiting, in the tests of patience, God is at work. He is removing what is not meant for you, shaping your thoughts, aligning your spirit, and setting the stage for a breakthrough that will make all your former troubles seem small in comparison. What you are enduring now is not a sign of defeat, it is the sign of divine preparation. Consider the power of unseen preparation. God does not reveal all at once. He works in secrecy, in quiet, in ways that cannot be measured by human eye. You may not understand why certain doors remain closed or why opportunities are delayed. You may feel overlooked, forgotten, or abandoned. But I assure you today, nothing escapes the eyes of God. Every delay, every hardship, every lonely night is a deliberate step in your journey toward a great turnaround. Your patience is not wasted. Your endurance is not ignored. Your faithfulness is being rewarded even in this very moment. And let me speak plainly. Fear is the enemy of divine turnaround. Fear tells you that your time is over, that your chance is past, that your life is bound by circumstance. But faith tells you otherwise. Faith reminds you that God is not limited by the failures of yesterday, the struggles of today, or the uncertainties of tomorrow. Faith reminds you that God is already at work, and when the timing is perfect, a sudden shift will occur, a transformation so powerful that it will leave you and everyone who knows your story in awe. God is preparing you not just for change, but for a change that will elevate every area of your life. It is a turnaround in your purpose, your destiny, your calling. The pain you have endured, the tears you have shed, the prayers you have whispered in secret, God is weaving them all into a tapestry of triumph. There is no suffering wasted in the hands of God. Every disappointment, every setback, every closed door is a step toward the moment when your turnaround will manifest in ways you could never imagine. Do not underestimate the value of your current struggles. They are building resilience. They are teaching wisdom. They are strengthening faith. They are shaping you into a person capable of receiving the blessings that God has already ordained for you. You see, God does not hand victory to the unprepared. God does not entrust miracles to the unready. God prepares, refines, tests, and positions you so that when the breakthrough arrives, it is undeniable, unmistakable, and unstoppable. And here is the crucial truth. You are not alone. God is with you in every trial. God is with you in every lonely night. God is with you in every moment when the weight of your world feels unbearable. You may not feel it, you may not see it, but God's presence is constant and His preparation is relentless. He is orchestrating circumstances, aligning people, opening doors, and closing wrong paths, all so that your life may enter a season of unstoppable favor. I urge you today to hold fast to hope, refuse to allow discouragement to steal the promise that God has placed before you. The turnaround is coming. It may come in ways you do not expect. It may come in timing that challenges your patience. But it is coming, and when it comes, it will be perfect. It will be glorious. It will reflect the wisdom, the power, and the majesty of God, who never forgets, never fails, and never forsakes those who trust in Him. Even in the depths of despair, even when all seems lost, remember this: God's preparation is silent, but His power is unstoppable. The very circumstances that feel like prison walls today are the very instruments God is using to catapult you into freedom tomorrow. What you see as obstacles, God sees as opportunities. What you see as delays, God sees as perfect timing. What you see as endings, God sees as the necessary beginnings for your great turnaround. Your faithfulness in the small things, your endurance through pain, your trust in the unseen, all matter in the economy of God. Great turnarounds are not accidents. They are the result of preparation, persistence, and divine orchestration. When God decides it is time, the shift will be so dramatic, so life-changing, that all who witness it will know that this is not human achievement, it is divine intervention. You see, God's ways are higher than our ways, and His timing is perfect, even when it feels slow to human eyes. There are moments when you may cry out, "Why now? Why this? Why me?" And yet, these questions are answered in the secret chambers of God's plan. Every delay, every closed door, every season of waiting is a divine strategy to prepare your heart for a shift so extraordinary that your life will never be the same again. Do not despise the silence, for God often moves in the quietest seasons, orchestrating the loudest victories. The turnaround you have been waiting for is not a result of luck, nor is it an accident of circumstance. It is the intentional work of God, who sees the beginning and the end of every matter in your life. You may have faced disappointment after disappointment. Perhaps you have poured out your heart in prayer only to feel ignored. Perhaps you have given your best and yet seen no reward. Let me remind you today, God does not forget the labor of the faithful. God does not overlook diligence. God's preparation often includes the very trials that test your endurance, stretching your faith to heights you never imagined. These are not punishments, they are refinements. They are the chiseling, the shaping, the molding that transforms weakness into strength, sorrow into joy, and failure into triumph. It is easy to be discouraged when life seems to move against you, when the world seems stacked in opposition, and when people fail to understand your vision. But hear this truth: no one, nothing, and no circumstance can override the plan of God. The very obstacles you face today are part of the divine preparation that will bring your breakthrough. When God is ready to act, the heavens open in ways that human eyes cannot foresee. Doors that were once sealed are thrown wide. Chains that bound you are broken. And the life that was once stalled suddenly moves forward with unstoppable momentum. Preparation is not passive. It requires your active participation. God calls you to remain faithful in your work, diligent in your prayer, and steadfast in your hope. even when results are not immediately visible. Your faith is the instrument God uses to align your spirit with His plan. The greater your trust, the greater the magnitude of the turnaround. God does not reward half-hearted faith. God elevates those who persevere, those who press through darkness with the confidence that the hand of the Almighty is upon them. The promise is this: when God prepares you, no enemy can derail your destiny, no setback can halt your progress, and no disappointment can diminish your joy. Look closely at your past victories. Every success you have experienced, every moment of favor, every answer to prayer has been a testament to God's guiding hand. And now, God is preparing to bring forth something even greater, a turnaround that surpasses your imagination, a transformation that will alter the trajectory of your life, a victory so remarkable that it will stand as a living testament to God's power, wisdom, and faithfulness. You may not see it yet, but the signs are already there. Your growth, your endurance, your unwavering faith, all of the seeds being sown in preparation for harvest. Let me speak directly to those who feel invisible, forgotten, or overlooked. God sees you. God knows the deepest desires of your heart, the hidden cries of your soul, and the burdens you carry in secret. You are not alone, even when it feels that way. Your waiting is not wasted. Your prayers are not unheard. Your obedience, even in times of doubt, is not in vain. The turnaround that God is preparing for you is bigger than any human expectation. It is greater than any plan that others have for you. It is a work of divine craftsmanship, and the timing is perfect, orchestrated by the one who knows the end from the beginning. Understand this, my friends. God's preparation is comprehensive. He is not only preparing the doors that will open, but also preparing your mind, your spirit, and your heart to walk through them with wisdom and courage. He is removing influences that would hinder your progress. He is aligning circumstances that will accelerate your advancement. He is strengthening your character so that the blessings you receive are not fleeting, but permanent. A true turnaround is not just a moment of change. It is a transformation of the entire landscape of your life. God is preparing every detail, and nothing can interrupt this divine orchestration. Do not allow impatience to rob you of the joy of preparation. Do not allow doubt to blind you to the opportunities already being crafted by God. Every season, every struggle, every delay is intentional, designed to position you for a life of significance, abundance, and divine favor. When the moment arrives, the turnaround will not be small. It will be overwhelming, undeniable, and permanent. Those who doubted will be silenced. Those who mocked will be humbled. And you will stand as living proof that God's timing is flawless and His plan is unstoppable. And remember, preparation is not always comfortable. It often involves letting go of what no longer serves you, enduring circumstances that seem unfair, and walking through trials that test every fiber of your being. But in the furnace of preparation, character is forged, faith is strengthened, and the soul is aligned with God's purpose. The turnaround that follows will not only be a blessing to you, but a beacon of hope for those who watch your life and see what God can do for those who trust fully in Him. Let this truth sink deep into your spirit today. God is not merely waiting to bless you. He is actively preparing you. He is aligning your steps, arranging your resources, and shaping your heart so that when the time comes, the turnaround will be perfect, complete, and unstoppable. You will emerge from this season not just changed, but transformed, equipped to embrace the fullness of life that God has designed for you. Beloved, listen closely to the voice of truth. God's preparation is not random. Every trial you face, every moment of confusion or hardship is a part of His perfect plan. What feels like delay is actually divine timing. What seems like a detour is actually a carefully laid path that leads directly to your breakthrough. Do not despise the wait. Do not resent the struggle. Do not grow weary in the season of preparation, for God is at work in ways that cannot be seen by human eyes, shaping a life that will glorify Him, a life that will stand as evidence of His unwavering faithfulness. There are times when the darkness seems too dense, when the weight of life's burdens threatens to crush your spirit, yet it is in these very moments that God is building your strength. The storms you endure are not designed to defeat you. They are designed to refine you. God uses adversity to teach wisdom, to deepen faith, and to cultivate patience that cannot be taught by comfort alone. The turnaround He is preparing for you will be so profound that every tear, every sorrow, every lonely night will be transformed into a testimony of His power and mercy. Understand this: God's preparation often includes shaping your vision, expanding your understanding, and opening your eyes to possibilities you could never see before. Sometimes what you perceive as loss is actually a strategic removal of what would have hindered your progress. Sometimes what appears as failure is the refining fire that strengthens your resolve. God sees the whole picture, even when you see only fragments. And in His perfect timing, all those pieces will come together, revealing a masterpiece of blessing, victory, and divine favor. Do not allow fear or doubt to cloud your faith. These are the very tools that the enemy uses to make you abandon your trust in God. But faith is the key to unlocking your turnaround. When you hold fast to God, even in the midst of trial, when you continue to obey, to pray, to persevere, you align yourself with the power that orchestrates the universe. Your breakthrough is not a product of human effort alone. It is the result of your faith meeting the divine preparation of God. Consider this truth: God's timing is always perfect. A seed planted too early may wither. A door opened before its season may bring confusion. But when God acts, it is at the precise moment when every condition is aligned, when every preparation is complete, and when every obstacle has been positioned to amplify your victory. This is the beauty of divine preparation. It ensures that the turnaround is not only immediate but enduring. You will not merely experience a momentary change, you will experience a transformation that reshapes your destiny. And let me remind you, God's preparation often involves the unseen work of character and spirit. He is developing patience, humility, and resilience within you. He is teaching discernment, equipping you to recognize the paths that lead to blessing and those that lead to stagnation. He is cultivating a depth of wisdom that cannot be attained through comfort or ease. These lessons, though sometimes painful, are essential for the magnitude of the breakthrough that is coming. When the doors finally open, you will step forward not just with hope, but with confidence, equipped for all that God has prepared. Do not ignore the subtle signs of God's preparation. Look closely at your life, at the people placed around you, the opportunities that have been withheld, the challenges that have tested your patience. God is moving in these details. He is redirecting, aligning, and positioning you for a turnaround that will astonish even those who have doubted you. The turnaround will not come from human power, influence, or cleverness. It will come from God alone, demonstrating His unmatched wisdom and sovereign control over every circumstance. I urge you to remain steadfast. Guard your heart against discouragement. Speak life over your situation. Declare victory in the unseen. For the power of God's preparation is magnified when met with unwavering faith. You may not see it today, you may not feel it now, but God is actively at work. Every prayer, every act of obedience, every moment of trust is being multiplied in the hands of the Almighty. The moment is approaching when what once seemed impossible will become your testimony. And remember, no circumstance is too great, no obstacle too formidable, no setback too severe that God cannot overcome it. He is the same God who shaped the mountains, who commands the winds and the waves, who knows the beginning and the end of every matter. If He is preparing you for a great turnaround, then know this: the power behind your breakthrough is limitless, unstoppable, and eternal. Nothing can intercept what God has ordained for you. Nothing can divert the course that He has meticulously set in motion. As you wait, continue to strengthen your spirit. Continue to align your thoughts, your actions, and your heart with the will of God. There is power in preparation, power in persistence, power in patience. God honors those who do not give up, who refuse to settle for mediocrity, and who cling to His promises with unwavering conviction. Your turnaround will not only restore what has been lost, it will elevate you to heights you never imagined, open doors that were previously unseen, and establish you firmly in the purpose that God has for your life. Beloved, hear this truth with the clarity of conviction. God does not prepare the weak for greatness. He strengthens the weary. He empowers the faithful. He perfects the heart of those who endure. Every obstacle in your life, every trial you face is a test of your readiness. The mountains you climb, the storms you weather, and the nights you endure alone, all of these are shaping you for the day of your divine turnaround. You may feel small, inadequate, or overlooked, but God sees the potential within you. He knows the strength that lies dormant, the wisdom that is hidden, and the resilience that is yet to rise. Your preparation is not wasted, your faith is not ignored, and your waiting is not in vain. Consider for a moment the quiet work of God. It is often unseen. It is often unnoticed. But do not be deceived. What is unseen is far more powerful than what is visible. God is working behind the scenes, arranging your circumstances, aligning your encounters, and positioning every detail so that when the time comes, your life will shift with unstoppable momentum. The doors that seemed permanently closed will open. The blessings that felt delayed will manifest. The victories that seemed impossible will arrive. And when they do, every eye will witness the hand of God at work, and every heart will recognize the power of His preparation. You may ask, how will I know the turnaround has come? I tell you today, you will feel it. You will sense a shift in your spirit, a change in your circumstances, and an elevation in your life that cannot be denied. God does not act halfway. He does not give partial victories. When He decides it is time, He moves with absolute authority, and the results are overwhelming, unmistakable, and eternal. The struggles you have endured will become your testimony. The patience you have cultivated will become your praise. And the faith you have held on to, even in darkness, will become the foundation of your greatest triumph. Do not underestimate the role of perseverance. Many give up too soon, allowing doubt, fear, or discouragement to rob them of their breakthrough. But those who remain steadfast, those who continue to seek God with all their heart, those who refuse to turn back even when the path is hard, are the ones who experience the fullness of divine preparation. God honors the faithful. God elevates the patient. God reveals His power to those who trust in His timing, not their own understanding. Your turnaround is not measured by human standards. It is measured by God's perfect plan, and His plan is flawless. And remember, God's preparation is holistic. It is not just about material blessings, not just about opportunities or success. God is preparing your mind, your character, your spirit, and your soul. He is teaching discernment, nurturing wisdom, and cultivating strength. He is aligning your priorities, clearing away distractions, and removing influences that would hinder your progress. Every challenge, every trial, every moment of waiting is intentional. Nothing in your life is random. Every circumstance is a tool in the hands of God, shaping you for the greatness He intends to release. I urge you today to embrace your preparation with joy, even in the midst of difficulty. Rejoice in the refining, for God is at work. Trust the process, even when it is uncomfortable, for it is in the crucible of preparation that greatness is born. Speak words of faith over your life. Declare victory over what has yet to come. Refuse to allow doubt to cloud your vision. The turnaround is near, and the power of God is already in motion, moving circumstances, aligning hearts, and opening doors that no man can close. Let this truth echo in your spirit. God's turnaround is not just for you. It is for the glory of His name. It is a demonstration of His power, wisdom, and sovereignty. When your life shifts, it will inspire others. It will strengthen the faith of those around you, and it will reveal the unchanging nature of God. Your breakthrough is not merely a personal gain. It is a declaration to the world that God is faithful, that He is mighty, and that His promises are unwavering. Do not be impatient, for impatience can blind you to the miracles that are unfolding. Trust in God's timing, even when it defies human understanding. The night may feel long, the journey may feel arduous, but the dawn is coming. The moment when God releases the full measure of His blessing, power, and favor into your life is approaching. And when it arrives, it will be glorious, overwhelming, and undeniable. Every struggle will be redeemed. Every tear will be turned into joy. Every loss will be transformed into gain. God is not limited by your past failures, your present struggles, or the impossibilities that surround you. He is limitless, omnipotent, and all-wise. Nothing can thwart His plan. Nothing can interrupt His timing. Nothing can diminish the victory He has prepared for you. When God moves, the turnaround is absolute, total, and permanent. What was stagnant will surge. What was broken will be restored. What was delayed will arrive with unmatched power. As you continue on this journey of preparation, remember to remain humble, obedient, and steadfast. God's power works through the heart that is aligned with His will, the soul that is surrendered, and the spirit that trusts without reservation. The turnaround you await is not accidental, it is deliberate. It is designed by God. It is orchestrated by God, and it will be revealed by God in perfect timing, bringing glory to His name and fulfillment to your life in ways you could never have imagined. Beloved, hear me now and let it penetrate the depths of your soul. God is moving in your life even when it feels silent. The long nights, the unanswered prayers, the burdens you have carried alone, they are all part of a divine orchestration far greater than you can comprehend. God has not forgotten you. God has not abandoned you. Every moment of struggle has been a step of preparation. Every tear, a seed planted for the harvest of your breakthrough. You are standing at the threshold of a great turnaround, and God is calling you to rise, to stand firm, and to walk boldly into the destiny He has prepared for you. Do not allow doubt, fear, or impatience to dim the light of your faith. Look within and see the strength that has been forged through trials, the resilience that has grown in silence, and the wisdom that has been cultivated through endurance. This is your moment to trust without hesitation, to surrender completely, and to step forward with confidence, knowing that God's power is unmatched and His timing is flawless. The life you have dreamed of, the victory you have longed for, and the favor you have sought, these are not beyond your reach. They are already being aligned in your favor by the hand of God, who never fails and who is infinitely just and loving. I challenge you today to examine your heart. Release the doubts, the fears, the regrets that hold you back. Renew your purpose. Reignite your faith. Commit to walk closely with God, not only in the moments of blessing, but in every season of waiting. Your faithfulness now will determine the fullness of your triumph. Your trust today will unlock the greatness God has designed for your life. Refuse to settle for mediocrity. Refuse to rely on your own strength. Step fully into the power of God's preparation and allow Him to lead you into a transformation that will be awe-inspiring, life-altering, and everlasting. Lift your eyes and see the horizon of your life illuminated by God's mercy and wisdom. Feel the anticipation of the turnaround that is coming. Embrace the power that is already at work within and around you. And let your heart be filled with unwavering hope, unshakable faith, and unstoppable courage. For the God who has prepared you, who has strengthened you, who has sustained you through every trial, will never abandon you now. Walk forward today with the knowledge that your breakthrough is imminent. Walk forward knowing that your life is being elevated. Walk forward knowing that the power of God is at work in ways that will astonish, inspire, and glorify Him. Stand firm, Be steadfast and trust fully, for the season of your great turnaround is here, and nothing can prevent the fullness of God's plan for your life. Rejoice, believe, and move boldly, for God is preparing you for a victory that will resound through eternity.